Good evening and welcome to Blueprint Explosive Exclusive. I'm Madhavdas G.K. Viewers, Congress MP Shashi Tharoor has today publicly admitted what is perhaps the worst kept secret about his ties with his party. On the day of the bypoll in the Nilambur constituency in Kerala, Tharoor has said that he has differences of opinion with some in the party leadership. However, the party's values and its workers were very dear to him. Without going into the specifics, Tharoor admitted that he had differences of opinion with the party leadership and would discuss it within the party.
Yes, there may have been some differences with the leadership on some issues. Those can be sorted out in closed-door conversations, and I don't see any reason to discuss them now. Whatever is out there in the public domain is out there. We leave it there, but I can always discuss them in private when and if appropriate. So far, as I've said, no one has reached out to me, but that's all right. When the time comes, when the need arises, we will always be able to talk to each other.
So why is the timing significant? It is because despite being back from Operation Sindoor and the outreach mission on June 10th, he was not part of the Congress-led UDF's bypoll campaign. The leaders from all levels of the Congress in the state, including Wayanad Member of Parliament Priyanka Gandhi, campaigned for the UDF candidate Aridan Shaukat. The Trivandrum Member of Parliament was missing in action. When asked about it, Tharoor said that he was not invited for it, as was the practice during other by-elections, including the one in Wayanad held last year. The BJP is now calling it a punishment for putting country above party.
केवल क्योंकि शशि थरूर जी ने देश को प्रथम रखा, राष्ट्रहित को प्रथम रखा और पाकिस्तान को एक्सपोज किया, तो कांग्रेस पार्टी ने जिस प्रकार से उनको अपमानित किया, जिस प्रकार से उनको साइडलाइन करने की कोशिश की, कांग्रेस पार्टी कभी भी मेरिट को, टैलेंट को और राष्ट्र प्रथम को स्वीकार नहीं सकती। उसके लिए परिवार ही प्रथम है, चाटुकारिता प्रथम है। उसमें देश विरोध भी करना पड़े तो ठीक है।
Now, despite being sidelined by his party, the four-time MP has defended his decision to accept the centre's invite to head one of the delegations. Even today, he said that when an issue concerning the nation comes up, he speaks for the country and proudly does his duty as an Indian citizen. His peers in the Congress too are so far not denying that there are differences.
शशि थरूर ने एक बयान दिया है कि पार्टी में जो है डिफरेंसेस हैं, किस तरीके से देखते हैं?
जो भी उनके डिफरेंसेस है, जो भी बात है, वो उन्होंने बोला कि पार्टी के हाई कमांड से बात करेंगे और वो जो डिफरेंसेस है वो हाई कमांड इसके ऊपर टिप्पणी करेंगे.
Let's take it across to our guest joining us. Rohan Gupta is BJP's national spokesperson. Shekhar Iyer is a senior journalist joining us. Manasvi Thapar is a lawyer and political analyst joining us. But let me take this across first to Ashutosh Mishra. Ashutosh Mishra, senior journalist, of course, with us on the panel. Why is it that there are these differences? Tharoor admitting it to it publicly. Is it because, Tharoor has decided to, go ahead with the outreach program of the government of India? What is the reason that, there are such differences that exist in the first place? Because Tharoor himself, going by his own words, he's only doing his duty to the country as a citizen.
Well, there are 2 points. First of all, if he's doing his duty as a citizen and is putting India first, then he would have stood with the Congress's questioning of Modi's repeated failures to protect Indians at home and the disastrous foreign policy where India gets hyphenated with Pakistan and Modi is put on a par with Monir by Donald Trump.
No, it is also possible, Mr. Mishra, that being a diplomat himself, Mr. Tharoor knows that this is perhaps not the opportune time to do that.
So, if as I said, he has to choose what he puts first. Is it he should come first, or should the country come first? And in this case, it obviously seems he is putting himself first. He should be thankful that he's in a party where differences of opinions can be held and you can voice them.
How is he putting himself first? Please explain to us, how are you reaching this conclusion that he's putting himself first and not the country?
No, because as I said, if you are putting the country first, then you will question the policies of the government instead of merely being its drumbeater. And we have seen that in this policy today, as we stand, Donald Trump has Modi and Monir on a par. Today, he is giving weightage to Pakistan
Okay.
And all this.
No, that's your perception. You're entitled to your perception. But let me put this question across to Rohan Gupta. Rohan Gupta, if you go by what Mr. Mishra says, that if he was putting the country first, he would be questioning the government for its failures rather than supporting the government. Your response to him?
See, Madhav, that is what he has done. He has put country first and party next and self next. I don't understand how can he say that he has put himself first. He has put country first. That's why he has represented country for Operation Sindoor. He has put country first, that even after his party's own issues, he has stood by the country and delivered the job which has been given to him. How can he say that he has put himself first? And that is the price he is paying. Congress party can't see that he has put the country first. He has successfully represented India under Operation Sindoor. And while he has come back, he has been punished by keeping away from the very important campaign. So this is the reality of Congress party. Anything who is speaking for the country, they becomes the opposition of Congress party. Anything who is speaking in favor of Pakistan, they becomes the ally of Congress party. How can people tolerate this kind of narrative, Madhav? You tell me. Any party, it's a national party, definitely they have right to ask questions to BJP and Modi government. But the kind of narrative they have been putting, raising issues against India, taking the headlines of Pakistan, all the times, last 5 times, they have spread the fake news just to propagate the narrative which has been supported by Pakistan.
You know, and
today,
Mr. Mishra,
one
why this is very important is that, you know, remember that even when Mr. Rahul Gandhi made that Narendra surrender comment, you know, the point is that the conversation had not happened then. It just happened about 36 hours ago. You know, the point is maybe Tharoor did not want to associate himself with this kind of creative liberty or fake news that was being propagated by the Congress party.
You call it fake news and creative whatever, but the fact remains that Trump has again and again called out Modi. That it was, and you know what very smartly Mr. Modi does is he never makes these statements himself. As the Congress has said, if you are speaking the truth, come and say it in the parliament. It's always the Videsh Sachiv or someone else who will come up with a sort of concocted statement where it is not clear.
Concocted statement. You're saying the foreign secretary was lying. Vikram Misri was lying yesterday.
No, he's not lying.
You just said he concocted the statement.
Yeah.
What does concoct mean?
Yeah, so he came up with a statement where he again repeats what Modi has been saying earlier. It does not in any way challenge what Trump says. Trump says it is because of him that India and Pakistan came to the table.
No, Ashutosh Mishra, I'll put that question also to the other panelists, but the point that is not being answered right now by you is this. When Rahul Gandhi said that Trump picked up the phone, called Modi and said, Narendra, surrender, when did that conversation happen? Tell us.
Trump has said it again and again.
He told Modi to surrender.
He sought a ceasefire. He told them that if you don't come to table, we'll hurt your trade. And that is exactly what he's saying again and again.
Sir,
and
yesterday, Mr. Trump has said, I think a little over maybe 18 hours ago, he made the statement where he says, I played a role, Mr. Modi played an important role as far as India is concerned, and Mr. Asif Munir played an important role as far as Pakistan is concerned. That's the statement on record. But quick response from Rohan before I go across to others. Rohan Gupta.
See, again, I am coming to the main point. Wherever anything which is against Pakistan and India is represented, Congress party indirectly has supported the narrative of Pakistan. If you say Narendra surrender, and as an MP on a foreign soil, obviously you cannot support this kind of narrative. And when PM yesterday clearly told in 35 minutes talk to Trump that this is not the ceasefire which has been supported by any third country, Congress is not able to even believe that. So what do you want? If your narrative is to do politics on such a critical issue, obviously you cannot do anything. And again, Madhav, important thing is 5 fake news they have spread in last 1 week. What they are up to, I really don't understand. They keep on changing the goalposts. Before 3 days, Madhav, they were talking that why Mr. Modi is not countering what Trump has said. When on one-to-one dialogue, he has straightforward, clearly told what India's stand is. Now they are changing the goalposts. So if they have decided not to believe Indian government, Indian army, you can say.
Okay, let me bring in Manaswi on the other important aspect of this story.
Strategy of Congress party.
Yeah, let me bring in Manaswi on that. You know, Manaswi, there is a phrase, cutting the nose to spite the face by not using a popular leader like Mr. Tharoor during an important bypoll in Nilambur. And mind you, it's an interesting bypoll because not only are the UDF and the LDF, which are the Congress and left alliances there in the state, but there's also, some candidates that have been supported by other India alliance parties such as the TMC. But leave that aside. The point is that isn't the Congress party hurting its own interest, particularly in a crucial bypoll, by not using the services of Mr. Tharoor? Or is it trying to send out a bigger message?
There is no bigger message. I think in the past also his services were not used. I think it is the party's decision to call which candidate, which supporter as a star campaigner or not. So I don't think that is anywhere wrong in a party's call. It's a decision of the party. I don't know why does anyone wants to venture into that. Let's have Shashi Tharoor or let's have XYZ as the star campaigner or a campaigner. It's a party's decision. Why do we should not be questioning a party's decision? How is that anti-national or how is that anti-patriotic? I don't understand that.
No, sure.
Party decision.
Surely. But is Tharoor being punished for speaking up for the country by putting patriotism above the party? Is that what he's being punished for?
If that would have been the case since 10 years, Advani ji has not been a star campaigner of BJP, but that does not mean that party is.
Come on, Manasvi, you can't compare somebody's health issues with this. Come on.
No.
I mean, let's please look at the age of Mr. Advani and the age of Mr. Tharoor.
Okay.
What kind of comparison is this?
Madhav, Murli Manohar Joshi ji, it is the call of the president of the party. It is the call of the party high commission, and I don't think there are two ways about it. Let the party internal decision be internal decision. Why do any political party would want to jump into it and say, no, Shashi Tharoor is not there because he's been punished for a statement? That is not the case. It's a party internal decision.
Sir, he has admitted there are differences. That's why it becomes questionable. But nevertheless, since you've raised and you've brought in the names of two senior BJP leaders, let me bring in Shekhar Iyer. Shekhar Iyer, you're somebody who's covered the BJP for many decades and you know Mr. Advani and Mr. Joshi very well. Is there a comparison to the situation that existed? He's saying that what he's trying to suggest is there are internal differences within the BJP as well. Is that comparable to the Tharoor situation?
No, I didn't say that. What I said was it is okay for the party to decide whom they want as star campaigners.
Got your point. Now let Mr. Shekhar Iyer come in, please. Yes.
Well, you see, in the case of Shashi Tharoor, it's a completely different thing because, right from the time he contested the election for the Congress president, when Rahul Gandhi wanted quote-unquote consensus in favor of Mallikarjun Kharge. Since then, he has not been in the great books of the Gandhi family. Nevertheless, the party felt that Shashi Tharoor being one of the popular faces in Kerala, I underline popular faces in Kerala, it was felt that they should not do anything, to jeopardize their situation. That is why in the Lok Sabha elections, he got a ticket also to contest. And subsequent to that, what has happened is, since Shashi Tharoor, in his wisdom as a diplomat, as a person who has served, for a long time in UN, so he probably felt that he had to take a different stand when Congress, but I wouldn't even say the Congress party, it is basically Rahul Gandhi. Since Rahul Gandhi feels he should not let go any opportunity to show that, to show Prime Minister in bad light. But then Shashi Tharoor, there have been many occasions when Congress responded to their conscience. Now the question is, I think, Madhav, that's a bigger question. Now from now onwards, it's very clear that eventually Rahul Gandhi is moving towards a position where Shashi Tharoor will eventually be shown the door. If not literally, but figuratively, because as Tharoor admits, in the last assembly elections, he campaigned in 56 of the 120 assembly constituencies, which means they have decided that they will do away with Shashi Tharoor. Now it's only a question of time, and Shashi Tharoor also knows that the Congress party or the Congress High Command has never sat with anyone to discuss differences.
Let me quickly bring in Manasvi on that. Manasvi, entirely the party's decision. Every party has every right to take its own calls. But the larger question is this. Here's a person whose services we've used in the last assembly election on over half the seats in the state. He's someone who's extremely popular by all accounts in the state. So the simple point being made is, why are you trying to not use someone who would otherwise help you in a campaign in a bitterly fought election, which is a four-way contest in Nilambur? That's a question that people are not able to understand. Is it just because he's decided to take a certain position?
No, I think that question could also be asked to Subramaniam Swamy and BJP not giving him the importance he needs. And he's the first person who questioned national herd and he brought the guy into.
Sir, there is a slight difference between those who are elected from Lok Sabha multiple times and those who are from the Rajya Sabha. I mean, we are talking about electoral politics here.
Now we can choose our selectivity. Allow me.
No,
You
there
did
is
not
a
speak
difference
when
between an elected
the
leader and a
person
selected leader, sir.
My friend Iyer was speaking. Allow me 30 seconds uninterrupted. Only thing that is what I'm asking is when Subramanian Swamy questions the BJP leadership and he's been sidelined, as per the so-called sideline understanding, when he's not allowed to campaign, he's not allowed in the party meeting. So is that the understanding? And Shashi Tharoor is still
Okay, quick
a
response.
member-
Shekhar Iyer, Shekhar Iyer as well as Rohan want to answer that, but I'm going to let Shekhar come in on that. Shekhar, is that a correct comparison?
You know, Shashi Tharoor is not Subramanian Swamy, and Subramanian Swamy is not Shashi Tharoor. See, the point is, Rahul Gandhi has decided that Congress party will have nothing to do with Shashi Tharoor in coming days in the run-up to Kerala Assembly election. This is a very big decision. And Shashi Tharoor has been told that this is going to be. Now it is for Shashi Tharoor to take the next call. And, you know, given current scenario, Kerala Assembly elections hold up a lot of promise for the UDF led by the Congress. But then there are already differences within the UDF. And also the left is suffering a lot of anti-incumbency because Pinarayi Vijayan has been around for the last 10 years. This is a great moment to capture power in Kerala. But the way it is going, there could be perhaps a split in the Congress party in Kerala.
Right.
And Shashi Tharoor could, you know, have his own thing.
Well,
and
many things. Many things that are at play over here. Immense amount of possibilities. Is the Congress party going to get its cards right? Can the differences be smoothened out? Those are certainly some very important questions that we are asking at this moment, or at least are staring at us in the face. But Rohan Gupta, Shekhar Iyer, Manaswi Thapar, Ashutosh Mishra, I'd like to thank all of you for joining us on the debate this evening.